So I'm starting off by misting my face with some Matte Fix Plus because I'm feeling a little dry. And I'm also priming my face with the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer. This is the green one, the one that reduces any redness, as my skin is really red and really breakouty-ish. I have no idea what's going on, but we're gonna fix that. I'm going for like a nice dewy, glammed up, hot cocoa inspired look. So let's see what we can do. Since I do want dewy skin, I'm going to be taking my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and I'm in the shade Mont Blanc. I also apologize if the lighting keeps changing. Once again, I am using natural lighting today just because I want to get some new lights for filming, for my vanity, because they are a tad bit yellow, so I just need to get some whiter ones. So I'm just dotting this and kind of smearing it all over my face. And I'm just going to be using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to buff all of that in. I like to apply my foundation in a kind of patting motion versus circulating all the foundation, because I feel that that just smears the product versus actually pushing it into your skin. So I'm just pushing it in, especially in all my problem areas around my nose and all that stuff, and I'm just touching it up a little bit. I'm just doing the foundation now, and I will go back to concealer and everything later. I did my brows off camera, and I'm starting off with the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Wash Color in Champagne, and this is just going to act as a base. I do have my e.l.f. eye primer underneath this, so this color is just going to set that primer, and it's also going to be a nice shimmery base for all the colors we put underneath. I love this color just because it is a little bit better, just gives it a little bit more glam than just a regular skin tone color, so it does have a slight shimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat that all over my brush, all over my lid with my eye sweeper brush. Then I'm going to be taking a mid-tone brown color, and this is a bit more orangey tone, so it's a very warm mid-tone brown. It's a kind of like a terracotta color, and this is actually a blush from Bobbi Brown, and this is in the color Sandstone, but I love using this as a eye color just because I feel it doesn't really look good as a blush on my skin tone. It would look good on more tanner skin tones, but since I'm so pale, it works great as an eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be buffing that into the crease. I'm using my Sigma E35, I believe. A tapered blending brush will do, so I'm just going to buff that all over the crease. Then I'm going to go in with Bobbi Brown's eyeshadow in Burnt Sugar. Holy crap, this is the best eyeshadow ever. It is like a burnt bronze, it's literally a burnt sugar color, so it's like a nice dark bronzed shimmery eyeshadow, and I'm just going to be applying that in the outer corner and taking it slightly to the crease. I'm not putting it all over my lid because I am going to go in with that champagne color again, so I'm just going to warm up the eye once more with that burnt sugar, and I am just going to keep packing that on until I get the desired effect. So it really goes well with that sandstone color. I'm going in with this really rich dark chocolate color from Bobbi Brown as well, and that's going to act as the hot cocoa in the hot cocoa look. And I'm just going to be taking a more thinner blending brush and applying that just to the crease. Later on I do blend it with the burnt sugar a little bit more, but I'm just applying that in the crease to give it some extra definition. This is a very warm eye look, so if you like warm colors, then this look is definitely going to suit you. It's pretty simple. It's anyone, I mean, you probably have most of these eyeshadow colors already because they are pretty staple neutral shades. And then I'm going in again with that champagne color, and I'm using that as my brow bone highlight. And I'm also going to wet it with some Fix Plus, and I'm going to be using that to apply that more like a pigment on the inner corner of my eye and the center portion of my eyelid. And that's going to act more of the whipped cream of the hot cocoa. So definitely inspired by some hot cocoa in this look. And I'm also obsessed with anything neutral. I'm taking my Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Eyeliner, and I'm just going to create a wing with this. I do it pretty dramatic than I normally wear my wings because later on I'm just going to go ahead and smudge that out. I love this brush because it's really thin on top, so you can really get precise with the gel liner. And I love this gel liner because it's easily blendable, and it does last all day. So I'm just taking a detailer brush, or an accent brush, I think it's what it's called, from Real Technique, and I'm just going to go ahead and dip that a little bit more in that gel liner and just smoke it out. You do have to work quick with this eyeliner because it does set very, very quickly, and if you start messing with it once it sets, it will flake, and no one wants that. That's the only downside about this gel liner, that it does flake a bit, and it's really just this color, and this is the black ink one, so it's pretty strange. So I'm just going to keep smoking that. I'm not adding any black eyeshadow. I'm just using the actual eyeliner. So I'm going back and forth between dipping it back in the little eyeliner pod and then smudging it out. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the other eye. I wanted to smoke it out, that way it's a little bit softer than just a harsh black line, but it's not over the top smoky. And I'm just applying some lashes. These are the Kiss Demi Wispies. These are beautiful because they're thin on the inside and then they taper out, so it kind of flares out, so it elongates your eyes. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Fair, and I'm just going to conceal / highlight with this, applying it pretty heavily under my eyes. I'm also going to go down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, a little bit on the forehead. Oh, I'm really taking my sweet, sweet time with this. This is a great dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I can't even say it's like a fourth of the price because it's like less than that. I think it's only like $8. And I'm going again with my foundation brush to blend all that in, more like pat all of it in, because concealer is one of those things where I like to pat, because the more you buff, it's just going to smear the foundation underneath and move the concealer in the places that you do not want it in. So I'm just going to kind of pat and blend with my foundation brush. I usually use a beauty blender, but to be honest, I just was so lazy. I did not feel like going to the bathroom and dampening the beauty blender. So just use my brush for everything. So I'm just going to keep blending that in. I get pretty creasy under my eyes, so I'm super pressing down that concealer under my eyes. And I'm taking the Bobbi Brown touch-up powder, or retouching powder, in the color White, and I'm just going to use that to set anywhere I put that concealer. Sorry, I'm using so many Bobbi Brown products. I used to work for Bobbi Brown, so I just have a lot of their products. And to be honest, they are one of my favorite prestige makeup lines. All of their stuff is paraben free, which agrees with my skin just because my skin is so sensitive. And they do have some of the best rich chocolate colors, because let's be honest, they're pretty neutral. And I'm also going in once again with Bobbi Brown, and this is the pale yellow powder. This is my holy grail powder for setting my face. It is finely milled, and it does have a slight color, but honestly, like, it's pretty much translucent. So I'm just using that to set my skin. So I'm going back in with that same palette that I had earlier, just taking the same steps and putting that on my lower lash line. I'm really smoking that lower lash line, and I'm prominently using that rich chocolate color that we used, and mainly applying it on the outer corners of the eyes, and then smoking it out towards the inner corner. So I'm applying the most product on the outer corner, and again blending it inwards. I'm also going back in with a little bit of that gel liner, and I'm gonna smoke that out with the brown. Same brush, I'm not applying any extra color onto it. I'm just using whatever's left on the brush to kind of help blend out that, and I also put some lower lash mascara on. And I'm bronzing my face with the Golden Light Bronzer by Bobbi Brown. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's like a milk chocolate color, so the Milk Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced would work great. And I'm using a Benefit Sugar Bomb blush, and I'm just going to be taking like a really small stippling brush and kind of focus that on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it upwards, kind of where you would generally highlight your skin. You don't really need to highlight after using this blush because it does have some sheen to it. It's like a nice peachy pink color, and it does have some sheen, like I said. But I'm going to highlight anyways because I want my skin to look super dewy. And I'm taking this not Bobbi Brown, this Bare Minerals. It's just like a radiance powder, and it's the goldish one. So I'll put the products in the description because I don't have it near me. So I'm just going to take that and highlight literally everywhere. I'm mixing both the colors in the palette, but I'm mainly using that gold one. And this is actually an e.l.f. blush brush, which I think is absolutely perfect for highlighting. Then I'm going to go in with like a pinky buff lipstick, and this one's a semi-matte finish. And that is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.